Hi, everyone. Ann Butler here. I'm just going to check on my phone to make sure everything's working. Lisa's not here with me today. Lisa was on vacation, a much needed vacation after being so sick. So I'll just check. Sure, everything's working. Lisa's not here. There we go. Okay. There's always a delay on the phone, so it's always just a little bit off. So I'm going to start again. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ann Butler, and I am with Bella Crafts Publishing, and we publish a free digital magazine 4 times a year. The spring issue will be ready in just a couple weeks, maybe next week. And so if you haven't signed up yet to get it right in your inbox, you can go to our website. I'll put links in after the video since Lisa's not here. And let me see if I can't see the comments here. So let me, there we go. If somebody could put a comment in, I'll know that everything is working. But I'll put links in after the live since Lisa isn't here to do it. But you can sign up for our free magazine. Go to our website and it says get it free. You just click that. Otherwise, you can go to our Facebook page and click learn more. And that'll just bring you to sign up to receive our magazine. And we don't sell the emails or anything, so you only get things from us. So hi, Sylvia. Thanks for being here. I see that there's a few of you in here. Today, I am sharing something from my girlfriend, Gina Kay. She has created this digital stamp, Pocket Full of Sunshine, and all the proceeds are going to Ukraine. So it's really a difficult situation over there. And this digital stamp is $3.99. And I know that she just sent yesterday, I think, an $8,000 check. So that was for, she had sold over 2,000. So any of the additional ones she sells, there'll be another check. So I think it's really an important cause right now, and I wanted to do something. So I thought this stamp set. So this is the way it comes. It comes and you can print it out. And I don't know how many of you have worked with digital stamps, but you can manipulate them and you can take the sayings and move it over. But today I'm sharing how to use this exact thing that you print off to create stamps with paper piecing. And I did 3 different cards. So like this is the first one, and I used the colors of Ukraine. So this is all paper piece. So it's so easy. There's no coloring, nothing else. It's just an easy card. And there's the other one. And the saying there is, we will get through this. And then after I had created these, I thought, oh, I want to use the flag of Ukraine. So I did this one. I think this is my favorite. But these are, it's easy to create. I don't know how many of you have worked with digital stamps. Hi, Dorothy. But like I said, they come depending upon who you get them from. This is Gina Kay's. This comes as a PDF. Some come as PNG so that there's a clear background. And you can manipulate it with different programs. Like you can put this in a Word doc. I use Photoshop, so it's easy to move things around. But what I did was create exactly from this that was printed off so that anybody who orders this, like I said, it's $3.99 and all the proceeds go to Ukraine. And I wanted to do it exactly as it's printed because some people don't know how to use different programs and manipulate things. So I wanted to show you that you could take that exact thing and do paper piecing. So I'm going to get started, but I want to remind everybody to like, share, and comment with the hashtag Bella Crafts like Dorothy did here, and you'll be entered in for the giveaway for next week. And what I thought I would do, I thought I would give away 1 or 2 of these cards for the giveaway. I can do an ebook if you prefer, but since we're sponsoring it this week, I thought I would do 1 or 2 of the cards. So I am going to switch my camera down and I will try and look for the comments. And like I said, Lisa is not here today to help watch for the comments and answer questions, but I will put links in after. So like what I said, I use this Pocketful of Sunshine digital stamp from Gina K. And it is just adorable. And because it's a sunflower and then a jeans pocket, you're using the blue and yellow of Ukraine. And I have like the perfect colors in one of my sets. So I have paper with Emerald Creek and they're called Harmony. This is the Summer Grunge, but the paper that I used, try and put that out of the way. The paper that I used is the Tainted Circles. So this paper is double-sided. So on one side, you can see the black circles. They're double circles. And then it's just a grungy look. And then on this side, it is just the solid color in all different shades. So this is what I used for like the background, but as you guys know, I save all my little tiny pieces of paper. And it's perfect for paper piecing or for little strips on cards. So this is what I grabbed first. And so you don't have to use your big pieces, especially if you're doing, you know, a card like this. So I want to show you how easy it is. First thing you would do is you order the stamp and you get an email right away with the download in it. And you can download this. So you print this out. And I did this on cardstock. So it was heavy in case I wanted to color it or anything. And this is set so that you get 2 cards and then you can use these for your sentiments. So I have it all layered here. I take this and then I take a inexpensive piece of copy paper because you can see through copy paper. If my camera wants to focus correctly, it's hard to focus on white. Let me see if my camera will focus. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see the flower pattern. I can see it really good, but you can see it through here. So this is what I do. I take and put my copy paper right on top of my printed cardstock. And then I go through my scraps. And this is one of my glitter patterns from Festive Nights. And I would take this and I'm going to do the leaves in green. And that's about the right size. So I don't want it to extend to, I want to get as much out of this as I can. So my leaf ends here, but I also want to be able to tape it. So I'll move it over just a little bit. And then I use purple tape from Thermoweb. You can use painter's tape. You just have to have something to adhere it. You don't want to use Scotch tape because it'll rip your cardstock. So you take and you tape that down. If you feel like you have to tape anymore, everybody's printer is different, but you can go ahead and add an extra piece right there. And then I move down to the second flower. And for that, I'm going to do a yellow. And maybe this orange would be good. So I'm going to cut it a little bit. I don't need that extra piece on there. And take and cut that down just a little. And I'll put that right over the flower. And again, you're going to tape it. You want enough room to print the flower. And when you're taping, you don't want to go over that flower design at all. Otherwise, you're going to print on your tape. And when you remove your tape, it won't show that part of the flower. So you tape that, and then this one's kind of cute because it is the dotted Swiss. And I think I like that side better. So I'm going to take and put that over the little pocket. And you tape all of this. You want to make sure it's taped really well. Like I said, everybody's printer is different, and you want to test your printer to make sure this will go through. But that's how I do that. And this is perfect if you're going to do like 1 or 2 cards. If you're going to do a bunch of cards, you may want to go in and manipulate this. So you had a bunch of the sunflowers on the top and the leaves in the middle. But this is easy if you're just doing a couple cards. So then you take this. You don't need this. You take this and you put it into the cartridge, the paper holder in your printer. Now you have to know which way, when you printed this, watch how it comes out. Mine comes out like the paper goes in this way and it comes up and around. So I know my sunflower comes out first. So I wouldn't want to put it in so it came out backwards. So you just have to watch how it's going to come out and put your paper in the correct way. Like here is one that I printed. So this is my sunflower. It comes out first. So I had to put my paper, because my paper goes face down. I put it in on top of my stack of paper, and it comes out like this. So there you have the leaves, and then you have a sunflower, and you have the pocket. Now, if you do it wrong, I did it wrong on purpose so you could see how easy it is. So this is the same way, but this one, I put the paper in the opposite. I put it in like this. So when it came out, it printed the words. So you just want to make sure, watch how it comes out so you know, and you won't be wasting any paper. It's easy to do, and if you do it once, you'll never do it again. So that's, you know, easy. So then you can just peel this off. And you have your leaves. And I use it on just copy paper because it's so inexpensive, and I can just throw this away. So then you have your pieces for your card. And you're going to cut all of these out. So I have a bunch of them here. And I used different cardstocks. Like this is a lighter yellow that I used. And then this one has a little bit of that orangey in there. And you don't have to use a printed cardstock. You can use a regular cardstock, a solid color too. And so you're going to take these, move those out of the way. Well, let me show you how easy it is, because you're actually going to cut. So you're going to cut these out, and I like to cut closer to the object to get that excess out of the way. And this is something that, like the sunflower, definitely takes a little bit of time. The pocket and the leaves take no time at all. And you just want to go in there and cut, and you want to cut so the little bit of the black line still shows. If you don't cut so the black line is still showing, you're going to be placing it on a printed piece where the black line will show. So it's fine, but I like to leave some of that black line. And the easiest way to cut is to move the paper, not the scissor. And you get a nice clean cut. So you can cut it like this, or because there's all these little V's, you can easily cut it like this and just clip all those little V's. So you cut the whole thing out. And then you have all these little pieces. So I left this little piece here to show you a trick. So this one's completely cut out. And this is one where the stem is still there, because this flower is not completely the same all the way around. So you have to turn it to make it fit. So then I printed some of these on white cardstock, and I die cut it with a stitched rectangle to fit on an A2 card. And if you wait to do the stem part last, it'll be easy for you to line this up. You're going to cut this off. But if you cut the whole thing, then you just have to play with it a little bit. Oh, sure, that one worked right away. But if I had it this way, sometimes it was just a titch off. So you just play with it to get it so it's just perfect. And having that little stem there helps, because you know, if you're going to do this and then glue it right away, you'll know which end goes down. And you can use like a Xyron sticker maker to attach these, or you can use a tape runner. I just use a wet glue. I find it easy to work with. I have always taken the top off my glue and I use a craft stick to grab it. Or I'll put some of the glue out on my work surface and do it that way. But I will just apply this to the back, and you want to get all of those little points because you don't want them sticking up unless that's the look you're going for. And because I've turned this, so now I need to just see where, okay, there. And you have those lines on here already to line it up. And you just glue that down. And with the wet glue, you just press like you would with a sticker. And it doesn't take long for this Ultra Bond to dry. But then you've got that great color and you printed it out. Sharon, you're not good at fussy cutting? Well, I don't mind it. I think Lisa enjoys it way more than I do, but I love the results. This isn't so much fussy cutting because it's just all straight lines for the pocket. And I thought this was so cute with the little dotted Swiss on there. You know, and then all the lines show up. You can add extra things if you want. For this, I did, I took some of my glacé watercolors and colored in the stem. But, you know, otherwise all these were printed. You could print out the stem and the leaves together, but I didn't want them the exact same. And then I cut out one of the sentiments and layered it with the blue. But yeah, fussy cutting, I don't mind it at all. It's what I do is I sit and I do a bunch of them. Great. Straight lines are great. You can do that. Well, that's good. Yes, Rebecca, it is a lot of fussy cutting for this particular one, but look at it. It looks so great. And then I didn't do this to any of them, but I wanted to show you an option because this is the way it prints out. I cut in those extra petals and took them out to create this, and I rolled it all up. Because if you wanted a more dimensional card, you could totally glue that on there to give it, you know, you already have this one down, so you have the yellow underneath. But that's a fun look too, if you wanted to add that extra. The blue paper is perfect for the denim pocket. I agree, Dorothy. So you could do that. So that's how you do the paper piecing, but I wanted to show you how the difference. I want to show you the other card, but like this one, I did it on a smaller rectangle of white and I layered it twice. So it had both of the colors for Ukraine in there. And see, I did this one first, this one second, and then I thought, oh my goodness, I need to do one that represents the flag. So I want to show you how to do this because this, it's easy too. It just takes a little bit of measuring to get it right. And for this, I again took, let me see, my original cardstock piece. And I'm going to rip these up because I only have one piece of copy paper here. If I can reuse some of this tape. So I used my cardstock printout and then my copy paper again. And I know on my printer, this is what comes out first. And I want to print this with yellow and blue. So I measured, and my measurement was 2 5/8 of an inch and 2 5/8 of an inch. Now, when you print this out, yours might be off just a little, depending upon your printer. I mean, it should be the same, but it could be down just a little. So you want to measure exactly where that middle is. And I came up with 2 5/8. So I took some solid color, yellow and blue cardstock, and I cut it down, and then I cut it into, because this is half of an 8.5 by 11, I cut it 4.5 inches by 2 5/8. And I have the blue and the yellow. And the first thing I did was I took the two pieces and put them together so they met evenly. And this is where I used a piece of Scotch tape because I wanted it to not come apart at all. And I just held it on the ends there, and I put this piece of Scotch tape down because I know that I measured these two correctly. And then I took and I put this all the way up along the edge and the side, knowing that I had measured the other thing correctly. And then that's where I took and put this tape, because this tape is not going to rip the cardstock. And that's what you want. You don't want to rip it because this is part of your card. So you take and you'd want to tape it better. And I would put this in my printer this way, and it's going to come up and out like this. And this is how it comes out. So you can see the sunflower is all on that blue. The pocket is on the yellow. The leaf, maybe the very top edge is right at that seam. But the reason I tape these together is when I take it off, they're still together. And then I ran it through a die cutting machine with a stitched rectangle. So you do the same thing and you paper piece it. So you have the blue in the background, and then you can put the yellow one down here with the blue pocket, and then the leaves. Get those leaves the right way. So you're not limited to white, which is nice. And I just loved, I think this is my favorite one. So you're able to do that. And I used my glacé watercolors, but I didn't want to do it on the yellow. So I took a very thin piece of white cardstock and I colored with the watercolors, and then I cut it to fit on there. So I do think that this is my favorite. And then this comes with all of the little sentiments there. And I just cut that out and notch the ends. And then to do this background, I did the same thing. I took a scallop die that's stitched, and I cut a yellow one and a blue one, and then I cut them exactly in half, and I taped them together with the Scotch tape. I gotta turn it this way for you guys. I taped it with the Scotch tape to keep it together, and then layered it on just an A2 card. So that's how easy it is. I mean, I think these turned out great, and I hope you guys liked it. I don't know how many of you have done paper piecing before. There we go. I don't know how many of you have done paper piecing or tried it. I know Sharon said that it's a lot of, she's not good at fussy cutting. And Rebecca said it's a lot of fussy cutting. But it is actually easy to do. And I love the result. I mean, I think this card is just fabulous. And because that paper, it's from the Tainted line, it has so many shades of the yellow. I didn't feel that I needed to darken that center at all. What brand and specific color names? Okay, what I used here, these two are the Tainted Circles. So I don't have a full package, or I'd show it to you, but it's the Harmony line with Emerald Creek. And this is the Summer Grunge. These came from Tainted Circles, the Tainted Circles pack. And this is what they look like. So that's the blue. And there's the other side of the blue. So you can see those circles. And this is the yellow I used. So you can see that deeper color there. So I didn't think I needed to, you could definitely darken in the center of that sunflower if you wanted to, but I think it turned out just great that way. Paper piecing is fun, but the sunflower looks tedious. Yeah, but if you're sitting down, like if you print a lot of them, and sit and cut them out, that works. And like I said, I took, when I did my first one, I took exactly this. Let me find that. I took exactly what I printed out. So you end up with two. And if you're only making one or two cards, this is all you need to do. But because I was making so many to prepare for the live, I took and manipulated it. And I cut the flower apart. So I could cut 4 of the sunflowers, leaves, and pockets all at the same time. How about your colored cardstock? The colored cardstock, the solid color, Dorothy, are you talking about? This is just regular colored cardstock I got at Michael's. Whenever they have their color packs on sale, 2 for $5, I'll go in and I'll pick up a ton of different colors that I don't have. So I always have different colors of cardstock available. So this is just the Michael's brand. And I think they're usually $4.99 or $5.99, but a lot of times they're on sale 2 for $5 or 3 for $5. And let me see. I'll show you. So this one is not color, it's all gray, but it's just their recollections. And it's 65 pounds, so it's a nice weight. And I will just, they have packs that are like 5 different colors, and that's what I'll buy. I'll buy a ton of shades of blue, reds, yellows. So I just have it on hand, and I always buy it when it's on sale. But that's what that is. And then this is my paper. But I will put a link in here for everybody. So if they want to get this digital stamp from Gina K, like I said, all of the proceeds are going to the Ukraine. And I think that's just really important. And I think Gina is fabulous to reaching out to her audience to be able to do that. And just do our little, the way we're able to support however we can with our art. So again, like, share, and comment in this video to be entered for the giveaway for next week. And like I said, I think I'm going to just throw 1 or 2 of these cards in an envelope for the winner, unless you prefer an ebook. So when we announce the winner next week, you can let me know which you want. And the winner from last week actually is here. And that is a sampler pack of my black and white toner papers. And Dorothy Green, you won last week. So you send me a message through Bella and give me your address so I can get those in the mail. I am dropping off some packages in the morning anyhow. So if you can get me your address this afternoon, I can get that in the mail tomorrow for you too. So I want to thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you like the cards and aren't, you know, if you haven't tried paper piecing, give it a try. I mean, I think any way we make cards is good. You know, you could print this out on craft colored cardstock and just do it in craft and white. You could do a lot of things, but I thought paper piecing, I hadn't done it for a long time. And I thought this was the perfect card to revisit it with. And next week we are, Lisa will be back, and we are doing another digital card for the Ukraine, and where all the proceeds go to them, but it's a different one. And I'm going to be using my watercolors and showing you some tips on that. So thank you everybody for coming. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and take some time to craft, because it is good for your soul. And we all need that right now, right? So thanks everyone. See you later.